The Blue Bay LPGA, part of the race to the CME Globe. Championship Sunday at the Blue Bay LPGA starts right now. Good morning from the tropics. 18 holes stand between now and the crowning of the champion on Championship Sunday. And indeed, the final chapter has begun. We're delighted to have your company for this final round coverage of the Blue Bay LPGA for 2026. It's the 8th year we've been coming here, aren't we lucky? What a place to come and visit. Well, the weather has been a constant factor throughout the week. It is beautiful out there. It's blue skies, a few scattered clouds, but Tim Lowe is strolling the fairways. And Tim, I hope you've got your hair on today because it's a blustery one.
Oh, very good afternoon to you, Kate, and the lovely ladies in the commentary box. Yep, like you said, it's another glorious day here on Hainan Island. That breeze should still come out of the north to northeast, right around the low 20s miles an hour, the biggest gust we could get. But, and I have to say but, there might be the chance of a little sprinkle from 2 onwards. So keep your fingers crossed that those pesky clouds stay away.
The contenders have teed off, and why don't we bring you up to speed with what's been happening this morning. We'll begin with austonkim, who isn't in our feature groups because it was around a 74 yesterday from really one of the favourites coming into the week after her runner-up finish last week in Singapore. But she needed a fast start, the young American, and she got it. That was an exceptional iron in, and she would make birdie at the first.
Well, this was our leader. Second shot into the first hole. Perfect drive down the left-hand side. Needs to get off to just a decent, good, solid start. And I tell you what, if you want a bit of luck, that's always handy too. And that's about as lucky as you're going to get on the first hole.
Which is saying something, because she was lucky 3 times yesterday. 2 of those, actually all 3 were from the drive. That time an iron. Got off the second hole though. This was for par, so not everything going her way.
So a shaky start for a couple of players, and that meant that Lucyli, who started the day at 6 under par, pars are 1 and 2, the 23-year-old American, and then getting that to check beautifully next to the hole. First birdie of the day for Lucy, and she moved to 7 under.
And this was hyejinchoi on the second hole for a bogey. She needed a fast start, and she's got off to a shocker double bogey on the second.
Yeah, after dropping one at 1 as well. But you can find these two. weiweizhang, an eagle for her after a bogey at 1, so straight into the red there at the par 5. We've already had a couple of 3-stroke swings, and I'm sure they'll keep on coming throughout the day.
So a roller coaster start, but mihyanglee, birdie, bogey, and then this for a birdie at the third. All afraid of the dock. A real opportunity there for Mihyang. The gap at the top right now, Trish Ali, is 4 shots. The margin is still 3, but the wind is certainly going to be a big factor today. We'll leave Switzerland, Tim, for the moment. Let's go to the 5th. weiweizhang to climb to 9 under. You wouldn't be surprised to know she's from this part of the world.
Oh, that was maybe downwind, I suppose.
Go up to 6, Lucyli. Almost has to aim this left of the green, wind off that side. I'll be trying to draw it back in. Oh, she's done beautifully there. It held its line. Nothing was moving that away from the flag.
Crazy. Takeda. Wow, 10 foot back? Oh, well, hold. Good girl. That's a beauty.
And that can happen around this track at Jian Lake. You can have a 15-foot birdie putt, then all of a sudden you're struggling for, a 2-putt par.
It's not always easy to pick. Quarters a lot. This for par for aditiashok. Yeah, nicely done. Not everything's gone to plan for her this week. She only got in Wednesday night after having a couple of visa issues on the way.
To arrive just in time for his tee-off time. He got a late call up.
Ooh.
of the 3 weeks on the Asian swing.
Now, hyejinchoi, absolute nightmare start when you're looking for your first win.
The ball of hyejinchoi, and that is a ripper. That is a fantastic drive, and she's going to need everything she's got because has been sluggish out of the gates. Hyejin 3 over today, and now 6 under and trailing by 6. So here you go, Trish. It's a perfect example. It's howling off the right. It's coming from the rough, this ball, and if it's a draw, maybe not with this particular lie, it's very hard to get any control.
Well, yeah, the good news is, though, as you say, the ball's below her feet, so that will sort of, you know, a left to right shot, the ball out to the right, but with the wind being right to left, it kind of negates it. So, in a way, just make good contact, just hit it about 3 yards right of the flag, and Bob's your uncle, Tim.
Yeah, that's right, TJ. And even if the wind does grab it, you know, missing this green left, much preferable to leaving it short right behind that big mound.
Left it out hanging to the right. That's going to be an interesting putt, maybe a chip to come. We saw Riotakeda was a 15-foot birdie putt past, a little closer to the hole, but that green is getting fast.
She has the biggest ridge on that green to take on as well. weiweizhang here at 6, just down short left of this front right pin position today. We'll see if they keep that enthusiasm for the birdie putt to come, because that's going to be lively. Back to Lucyli for birdie to find another here at 6.
It's tricky, isn't it? You've got to be aggressive when you're that far behind, and you just don't sometimes want to push it.
Back to hyejinchoi.
Breeze has calmed down. Got to go flag hunting from 121.
Oh, she has! One of the hardest holes on the golf course is an eagle from Hyejin, and she is back in the frame. We said to expect the unexpected in the final round. And this is exactly what Hyejin has done. A roller coaster front 9. Boom, in it went. A bogey, a double bogey, an eagle and 2 pars to start the round.
Spectacular. Absolutely. Well, Tim hit it. Hit the nail on the head. Let's go flag hunting. And bang, second bounce. Hit the middle of the flag. Sometimes that just, you know, it'll just stay on the front there. But what a wonderful shot that is to get, let's be honest, to get right back in contention.
Is there a bigger reset button to hit than that from hyejinchoi?
That's magnificent. Really, absolutely magnificent.
Double bogey at the second is a distant memory right now.
Yeah, it's interesting, isn't it, how your emotions can just change in just a flick of a switch. And she will now be just, well, on cloud cuckoo. It's cloud 9 even.
So this a few moments ago from weiweizhang. He's in the group ahead of aditiashok. We saw her third from short left of the green. This was for par, and unfortunately didn't stay up.
We saw Lucyli with a very similar putt. There's a lot of swing on that segment of the green, and that is frustrating for Weiwei, who had done so well.
Won't get knocked about as much with less spin. Okay, back to 5, and our leader.
Yeah, Cheeseburger Chad just had a giggle walking up to this hole. We saw the hole out from Yuliu yesterday, now a hole out from hyejinchoi, and he looked over to Mihyang as if to say, when's our turn? But this is no walk in the park for the leader. Got that big shoulder to deal with. Looks like she's trying to just nudge it over the top of the brow and then just let the slope do the rest of the work.
It's a good illustration of the slope and very hard to stop it from there.
But yet, another example of how quickly the swings can appear. Granted, with a spectacular shot from hyejinchoi. No up and down from there. It's another 3-shot swing for this final group alone.
What would have been the best way to play that? Do you fly it all the way there and take the slope out of it? Can you? Easy to say now. Let's go ahead to 6 with Rio. Big drive.
Glorious. The only good news is, I think she's slightly into the breeze, but this isn't easy either. I've got very little green to work with, Tim.
Yeah, but this is why I was mentioning earlier, you're much better off that second shot here than fanning it out right. But yeah, like you said, into the breeze, much easier. A couple of yards of green to work with, but just be confident, get some acceleration, try and get some check on this one. She can land it on the green as long as she hits it solid.
Still work to do for the lead, and that is a bogey putt to come. The margin is 3. It won't be that when she finishes the 5th.
Yeah. Could be an extraordinary turnaround. 4 shots on one hole between her and hyejinchoi if she misses that.
Not to mention aditiashok, who might end up having a putt to tie the lead over on 6. Little would she know.
Aditi now. Ali, as you mentioned, this is a big opportunity now for the Indian. This to get to 10 under par.
Now this is a huge putt.
Little uncomfortable down the hill, just slipping off to the right if she's not committed to that start line.
Committed, but it didn't move.
Well, the top of the leaderboard has imploded, and that is good news for everybody else because it's now only 1 shot, the difference. But for Mihyanglee, what an irritating start. She calmed the nerves beautifully with that lovely birdie, but then it has been shaky. Not easy.
hyejinchoi stood on that tee 4 strokes back. Now within 2. Back to 4-shot swing, wasn't it? My goodness. And it goes for Takeda.
So you know that question you asked me about who was capable of winning? We've now got to the 5 unders. They're in with a shout now.
And that is entirely realistic.
Yeah, Hedgen was 6 back on that tee, wasn't she? Gosh, even more. Running out of hands to count. It's all different now. Alimkim for birdie. All right, she's in this as well. They are stacking up at Blue Bay.
It could well be musical chairs at the top. Mihyanglee is hanging on by a thread. 2 over through 5. Double bogey, a bogey on the scorecard, and she has the lead, but it's only by 1.
3rd round, back to 7.
weiweizhang looks like the one sort of Chinese player that is playing within herself. I think she looks really confident. Even yesterday, she was not flustered at all. She just looks like the one that is trusting her game more than anything else. And
so she comes into this tournament a little bit rusty, and clearly it's still affecting her, Ali.
Yes. Hopefully no effect. Well, a big effect from the eagle at the last, channeling that hyejinchoi.
Yeah, that one on B1.
Well, she has to get this very right because she's playing this quite with a long backswing. If this goes wrong, this is going long. If she gets it right, she gets the strike perfectly. It's just going to pitch just on that front edge, take 1 hop and just spin up there. It's a high tariff shot off a tight lie. Yeah, unfortunately just a little bit grass first.
The 7th hole, the par 3, weiweizhang for birdie to get within 1. And she does. Par putt now, and it's an important one for hyejinchoi.
Can't be giving shots back when you've just picked up 2 at the previous. And, an awkward up and down, but a makeable one. Needs the second half of it here, and that doesn't have the authority. That shows tightness. Shows she's feeling pressure to leave a putt like that short.
Also the 4th week on the road for hyejinchoi. She was in Saudi Arabia, then went on to Thailand, to Singapore.
Pin over on that right hand side. You know you can't miss it right. There's no future down on that right hand side at all.
Ball of aditiashok finds the nearest challenges. Aditiashok needs a little short game work from over here.
Didn't judge that well at all. Don't think it was the strike she was after.
All right, so this for the save. Not much went to plan with the second shot, but this club's been known to save aditiashok time and time again. Like we've said, more room left than right. She had all 4 rounds in the 60s. Hyejinchoi had all 4 rounds in the 70s. We see it all at Blue Bay as we get down to the 8th. Third ahead of Lucyli here.
Another player knocking the flagstick, but that not going in.
Sometimes this game drives you to insanity.
could play with your mental health, can't it?
Well, it looks okay for mihyanglee, but that is not. A little bit of a decel for me. Maybe the leading edge just caught in the grass. Touch more than anticipated.
The lead is slipping away for Mihyang.
The birdies went dry yesterday, and you know Trish and I have spoken about putts of consequence. Big one here for Mihyanglee. We've actually go down with as a 0 putt should she roll it in from off the edge for par here and retain that 1-stroke lead.
Par putt now for Mihyanglee to hold on to the lead. This is important.
It was a little bit defensive, wasn't it? Well, all of a sudden, weiweizhang is tied for the lead. No, I'm not saying she's going under the radar, because she's a couple of groups further in front, but do you know what? Oh, this is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's a great way of describing it, Trish, because this now is a birdie opportunity for Weiwei to take the outright lead. Well, the 28-year-old grew up in hyejinchoi, which is the capital of Hainan Island. Her parents are here this week. That's why you hear the rapturous applause and the enthusiasm. She's got some friends here as well. But weiweizhang.
Every day's a school day in this game. Alimkim through the avenue at 8. We'll have that to tie the lead.
9 players within 2 shots off the lead, including aditiashok. Needs to get up and down, though, to remain at 8 under.
We'll have to use the fringe to get anywhere near it, though. 9 feet of green, which she's found. Yeah, the reality is they're playing for Zhang's ball or past it because there's slopes to use behind. This for par for aditiashok.
Well, paid the price with the second shot into the fairway bunker. It was a 60-yard bunker shot, never going to be easy from there.
What a huge putt this is. Alimkim for a tie for the lead. Played a beautiful little chip shot. Just the right half with a bit of pace. Beautiful. Absolutely. Well, she's the danger, and Phil, she's the major champion.
Well, lie dependent up ahead. It's a long birdie putt for Lucyli.
Should keep on coming, pick up a touch more pace. So she could swing into that.
Yeah, it's one of those where you just have to commit, feel like you leave the club in the sand, but it will pop up and the breeze will help. Not a difficult shot otherwise, just got to be committed really and accelerate.
Yeah, pretty straightforward shot, played very well.
Important par putt now for austonkim to stay within 2. She's missed a lot of putts right.
Yeah, doesn't look particularly confident with the putter.
Four players at the top, including 2 Chinese. Yuliu, a 2-putt birdie on the 8th, and the crowd are loving every minute of it.
She's played this very sensibly, this hole. That front bunker is not a bad place to be, second shot. So much better than any other part of the green. Way easier than Yuliu, and she hit the green in 2.
Well, this right now, a test of nerve for mihyanglee. To enjoy the lead all by herself once again. See how much that breeze is a factor. And that's a solid sandy birdie. And that puts mihyanglee once again at the top of proceedings on 10 under par. Ooh, fried egg for alimkim at 9.
I was going to say she can maybe use, if she's lucky, the slope behind. I didn't think she was going to use the bank. It was accidental, but that is a huge break for alimkim. That could have gone anywhere.
Well, that certainly do. Third shot for Aditi.
We'll have to send this right.
Well, this would be one adventurous par for alimkim. Trails by 1, wants to keep it that way. This needs to go in. She liked the second shot, thought it was going to be good enough, but got held up in the breeze. And so a bogey now. It's a promising start from the Indian player. A birdie on the 3rd hole. She became part of the conversation, but bogeys on 7 and 8 temporarily halted her charge.
Wow. Well, that's a disastrous end to the front 9. Aditiashok really is banging contention after that birdie at the 3rd. Pretty sure she'll get a ruling here and try to... Tim, how are we looking down there?
Chaotic, to say the least. I mean, that was another poor tee shot, and she's actually come up pretty close to an irrigation box, I believe, and she's going to get relief from the cart path. But the question now is, where on earth do you drop it? Lava wall to the left, waste area to the right.
We'll do well to get a clean strike at all on the one coming next.
It's certainly not going to be an easy second for mihyanglee. So drama at 9. A lengthy par putt there from lucyli at 10.
It will be her first bogey of the day. She's been very steady under pressure. You know, you really need, for someone like her, has to tap into her athleticism and trust her reads as much and go for it. To be honest with you, you just need to put the pedal down on the greens just for par. At least had better pace on it down the hill.
They had a chance, but that means Austin slips back to 5 under par now, and that's 5 back.
And back we go to mihyanglee.
Oh, I don't see how she can play this. She could thin it long, she could catch it heavy and end up in the sand, and that is the worst miss. Goodness me, this is a train wreck on 9.
It doesn't look like the third shot is going to be a totally clear view of the green. Oh no, the shoulders have gone down. She's always a very positive person, Mihyang. She's very bubbly, very smiley, very chatty. But this is wearing, and this is nerve-wracking right now.
Bogeys in the first couple of holes slowed them down to 10 for par. Zhang.
Not a confident stroke.
So she goes back to 8 under par, but Mihyanglee might come back with her.
Yeah, I question that second shot. Really, it wasn't the play to try and hit the hero shot. She was better off going back out towards the fairway. That would have only been a long splash out of a sitting down lie about 40 yards, you know. But she took the gamble and now might pay the price. This is an awful length bunker shot, right around 55 yards. And that soft powdery sand, you've got to just be brave. Accelerate, try and clip it. If she does, she could flick it into the slope just past the green, hopefully get it to grab and come back.
And unfortunately, Mihyanglee is spending the day at the beach.
Absolutely.
It was a bogey on 10 for weiweizhang. But a superb response in at 11. Great look at a 2.
Every chance of birdie.
I think did this stay up in the grass? It might have just hung on. Tough to tell from our angle. I know Tim's got eyes on everything. Yeah, it did. There we go.
Yeah, it did stay up on the bank, and well, by being on the upslope, it makes the shot a little easier. Can just play a little plop and run, again with a little bit of grass caught between club face and ball. Not going to get much spin on this. It's just a case of trying to take a couple of deep breaths and calm herself after the last few shots.
It's a horrible length of putt to come. Big putt right now for Mihyanglee. This to drop just the one shot at 9. She's going to lose the lead. But her heart must be racing. The second double bogey on the front 9. And we have an outright leader in Yuliu, which who would have thought after the trials and tribulations of the roller coaster day Yuliu had on Saturday at Jian Lake. Par putt to come for Yuliu to tidy things up at the 9th.
I think, well, for a lot of players, they'd be... We just see alimkim, a little heavy-handed, not an easy shot though.
The leader marches to the 10th tee. She's delighted, much to the delight of her fans as well. And I think a number of people watching around the world, including those here, are surprised to see Yuliu having the lead as we enter the back 9 here, the 8th edition of the Blue Bay LPGA.
She probably wouldn't have believed that, so she's still in with every chance.
Yeah, there's a lot of things we wouldn't have believed that a level par front 9 would have the lead for Yuliu. That one stays up high for alimkim. She's done very little wrong there. You know, missing that green short right. A sea of people will do that with this whole location today. Just a little clunky on the 3rd and overreads the 4th, and you walk away with a 5. It's so easily done here at 10, which is a hole, by the way, that Yuliu double bogeyed yesterday.
Any par at 10 is a good number, but a 2 at 11 would be extremely useful for weiweizhang, is to get back into a share of the lead. That's the Weiwei. We've got two Chinese players at the top of the leaderboard, 9 under par, leading the way. A drama-filled Sunday on the island of Hainan. Who's it going to be? Who's going to lift the trophy come day's end? Certainly anybody on the front page here has a chance. It's an ever-changing picture. You can see just how difficult it's proven to be with the likes of the overnight leader, Mihyanglee, at one point had a 4-shot lead and is now trailing by 1.
Lies good in this left rough for Mihyanglee. Breeze off the right. Just got to start it at that right trap, let the breeze push it. Yeah, it's not a bad line, but it needs to catch that slope.
Right at it. Is it going to release, as Tim said? It's going to try, and it does. What a shot on 10 from Mihyanglee.
That would be just the third of the day. And it will be the third of the day. And that's her best shot of the round by a country mile.
Well, it won't be happy memories on this hole for Yuliu. I asked Justin Dunbar, her caddy, about that second shot yesterday, and he said, well, she was just never comfortable over it. She's got in over this one pretty quickly. 174, breeze off the right. Just got to take that same line, right edge of the green.
Looks a lot more confident.
Breeze still off the right, but quartering slightly for hyejinchoi. She's got 168 yards.
Is that going to come back down? Indeed it is. It's getting better. It's more than good. It's outstanding. The second time in the final round for hyejinchoi. 2 eagles, 2 hole-outs from the centre of the fairway. And we've got a 3-way tie at the top on 9 under par. It's her. Well, I'll take my second eagle of the final round, thank you very much. And I'll enjoy being on 9 under par alongside weiweizhang and yuliu. Hyejinchoi keeping her chances very much alive.
I wonder if that's the same ball.
Third shot now for yuliu.
Yeah, and this is the kind of shot that Trish and I were discussing over dinner last night. Really, you need to have utmost confidence with this. Play it with speed, let the ball ride up the club face. Try and imagine it hitting all the grooves, because you need to pitch it just on the front fringe and have it grab. The shot really exposes you if you don't, feel 100% confident with your short game. She can use the backstop if she chooses.
With any particular type of confidence at all. So a big putt here. You've got into the lead. Can you stay there?
Started left. Awkward section of the green, because more often than not you see players overread it, but it is a drop shot, and out of the lead she will go for Yuliu.
On the biggest stage in the world, as you watch hyejinchoi, one of the leaders, on 11.
With the honour here at the par 3. No shock there.
Now, wind hard off the right and helping a little bit for the players on this 11th tee. How would you like to make a birdie on 10 and not have the honour?
Oh, that's unlucky. She's hit a corker there, Tim, and it's just rolled all the way off the back edge.
And it goes a part of a game that she's working hard on and has had to. Sometimes it's evaded her, the putting.
Yeah, this is interesting as well. You've got Takeda now, and if she doesn't pitch this, if she pitches it on the front portion, it might not actually release enough to get down there. This is because she's only going in with can't be more than a wedge. Oh, she's done it perfectly. This is going to be close. That's a fabulous shot.
The quality of golf we're seeing at the moment, you know, they have a landing zone about the size of your dinner table. Quickly to 11, hyejinchoi. As that one trundles on.
The rough, not so good.
From the path, dropped back to here. Alimkim. This is going to go all the way through. She's landed that very nearly exactly where she wanted to, and it just didn't get the purchase on the bounce. It's always been incredibly slow from this back edge going towards the front, especially with the ridge.
Excellent effort, really was good. Might have to just take the wind into the equation there as well.
That in her own little bubble right now. She too at 9 under par. Through the back here, Alimkim.
Oh, that's excellent.
The ball stays up again. So often you can say a round that's had 2 hole-out eagles has been a round lacking in momentum. Mere formality, you'd like to think, after the quality of the putt that preceded it for mihyanglee. But now there are 2 after the drop shot from those around, with Yuliu falling back, hyejinchoi doing so as well, right there at 11.
Takeda for a 3-way tie in the lead. Birdie at 12. Cracking shot in, and there it is. Beautiful putt. And there's the defending champion just getting right in the thick of things, just at the right time.
Funny that. Right to left and firm, but it lacked the second half. Those 3 bogeys in the last 4 holes for Alimkim.
Yuliu. This is a very similar position to where she was yesterday, but it's a totally different hole location. Front pin, back pin today. All about getting that control, Tim.
You carry it maybe, on, it'll shoot on over that slope and go down to that back section.
And she won't be able to tell where that ball has ended up. But she's not. Is that going to hold up? It's not bad.
I think she can definitely get there if she catches it. Just got to start it up that left side. The wind is going to push this to the right. You can see how much that flag is blowing. She started it left, I think. Well, that's a fabulous shot. And if that comes down, go on. Fabulous, really is. Top-class shot, that one.
That's eagle territory right now for Wei Wei. Can she break free at the top? Putting from off the green. Look at the flagstick. Wavering. Winners on the LPGA and also the Japan Tour. Always got them to give us a phone in the evening.
Oh, yes. Oh, what a putt. Hyejinchoi finally rolls one in. Just to keep her within one. What a boost that is.
Well, you could never accuse Yuliu of rushing around the golf course, but that putt could change everything for Yuliu. 2 bogeys in the last 3 holes, and that came out of nowhere. Well, from having a share of the lead to being 2 shots back. Ouch. Huge opportunity now for weiweizhang. Eagle putt on 14.
She's done a great job of giving things a run without putting pressure on the seconds.
Well, let's go right ahead to the final hole, the par 5, and Ronnie Yin. Not her championship. She has won in China at home. She won the Blue Bay LPGA, that was in Shanghai a couple of years ago. But ever popular with the fans.
Now, thankfully for Mihyanglee, she's found the correct fairway today. Remember, she was down the 12th on Saturday. Split the middle here on Sunday, 145 yards again. The play a little bit long, a little bit right. Try and catch the slope and funnel it close.
Unlike close she did. Brilliant shot from Mihyanglee. Time and time again in this final round, austonkim for birdie here at 14 to get to 6 under par. Really needs to most likely birdie in, but that's a start. In the meantime, just a few moments ago, weiweizhang to 10 under par.
It's an impressive scorecard under the circumstances. The only player double digits under par right now. Will she be caught?
Are you waiting for an answer?
Yeah, a reload there from alimkim.
Great save there for hyejinchoi. Putts that have dropped have been for par, but you know what? She can use that as a momentum shift. It's going to be that kind of day. It was for Mihyanglee yesterday. I had to dodge all the punches thrown her way by not only the chasing pack, but the golf course and Mother Nature as well. This for birdie to tie weiweizhang at 10. She does.
Brilliant, walks that in. That's a tenacious performance by Mihyanglee.
To attack that flag that's on the front, you need the spin. We've said that so many times.
Unfortunately, a bogey putt for Ronnie Yin, and to think that after the hole-in-one, yeah, I thought that would be the right place for that golf ball. After the hole-in-one on Friday, she was 7 under par, and she was very much part of the reckoning. But after that, ran out of gas, and then a 76 today for Ronnie. Lucyli had her chances today. Five under right now, just the one birdie on the scorecard, a double bogey at 10. Finds herself 5 back.
For Takeda to rejoin the lead.
A 3-putt par. I mean, the way she's played that hole just sums up this golf course.
Alimkim's going to get a nice little read off this birdie putt ahead of aditiashok. which does go in. Her first since the third hole today. So 3 shots back she is.
16, 107 yards. They've made one of the hardest holes from yesterday into a nice pleasant little pitch today. She likes it. Oh, she should. It's a beauty. Another birdie opportunity for Wei Wei. Are you saying she'd be a popular winner?
I think she'd be an extremely popular winner. The question is, can she get the job done? Hyejinchoi, she's still a threat.
215 all up for Choi. Breeze is picking up, back into her face and off the left on a pretty good line if it covers.
And now if it sits, this is headed to Takeda territory. And beyond. This is going to keep on going. It's an inviting putt from over here. It's downhill. It kind of looks like if you started on line, it'll drift all the way there. Low side is just this low left part of the green where weiweizhang is standing, so everything will funnel.
Okay, back to 15. Alim tossing this up in the air. Powerful player. Will be able to get some bite, some spin, and some side spin. That's a classy shot in from the South Korean. All the way through in 2 on the par 5. And that is not a good shot from Choi.
Takeda from the just ounce that left-hand rough. Can she get the purchase on this? Bringing it in left to right. Oh, that's another exceptional shot. Just bring it in off the bank. Gosh, she's played some classy shots today.
I don't think she's going down without a fight, Trish. Nor would we expect any less in search of her third victory on the LPGA. Second came here.
Big opportunity now for weiweizhang at 16. Great iron in. This to move to 11 under all by herself. Utterly fabulous. Mum and Dad are loving it. So are the Chinese fans. Look at the back 9 and her scorecard has come alive.
Back to the heart of 14 for birdie, Hyejinchoi.
Yeah, she was desperately unlucky to be over the back of the green and actually did not play a bad chip. Was a yard away from it catching the slope and rolling down. She's got to navigate that slope now. Very slippery.
Needs good holing speed for this Takeda. Because otherwise it won't hold its line.
She backed off it. Didn't seem 100% convinced, and that is an opportunity missed. At this point of the championship,
It's headed to now to alimkim for a birdie of her own here at the short par 4 15th. Can she roll it in? Yes.
well, that's a must-make from alimkim, taking full advantage of the short birdie opportunity.
Down 17 on the fairway. weiweizhang flag back right today. Tiny little plateau.
Well, that's a massive mistake. A massive mistake. That will leave an absolute shocker of a putt down that big hill as well. What a time to make that error.
For par, Hyejinchoi at 14. To stay 3 back of a lead that might come back towards her.
This is a huge moment now for weiweizhang.
Gonna have to start this, I think, up the top tier. Watch this. And then a 90-degree turn at the end.
This needs to settle down. It's a knee knocker to come for a par.
Takeda.
Blimey.
Off on the wide shot from Rio off the tee. This is for a 2. Needs to hit the flagstick. for the American, Austonkim. Came into this tournament with great hopes. Second last week in Singapore, looking to ram one home. She does. Well, that moves Austonkim to 7 under. One hole remaining. Too far back, Trish?
Since 2022. But she's never had a stage like this. Crucial. This for par to stay out in front of all of the challengers.
Pushed it wide. Well, that certainly gives hope to the pursuers.
Second shot.
Gives hope for Riotakeda, who really has to make that putt a 3-putt on a tiddler of a par 3, just over 100 yards.
Yeah.
That's a big mistake from the Japanese defending champion. This is going to be for Weiwei's bogey. So 10 under, standing on the 18th tee, the par 5. Mihyanglee, a couple of holes back on 15 with her own birdie putt to come. Fearless, bold and audacious from Zhang.
Austonkim, her third shot to the 18th. That's an opportunity. Well, this doesn't get any easier. She's got exactly the same shot. She's got less room to work with. She's played it the same way.
Hoping for it to run back off the backstop, and it's going to try and do that. Let's jump back to the 18th hole. Lucyli, the American, front edge of the green, going with putter. And nearly giving the crowd something to applaud. An exemplary ball striker, but this would be a lovely way to finish for the American. Birdie chance on 18. Well, a classy end for Austonkim. A round of 71, 8 under, not going to be enough.
Well, how big is this putt right here? Weiweizhang, possibly for the whole championship. It's a quickish putt down the hill.
Well, a round of 74 for the 23-year-old American, just the one birdie at the third hole.
She's done it. Will it be a hometown hero in Hainan? What a performance on a difficult final day. Weiweizhang has posted the target to beat at the Blue Bay LPGA with a final round.
Riotakeda had her chances out of the picture now. This for bogey on 17.
There's a bogey double stretch for Riotakeda after getting herself right in the thick of it.
Back pin on 17. Oh, that now really does make things awkward for Mihyanglee.
Putt on 15, killed it.
Well, this was the putt of Mihyanglee. Is going to take a sharp right now.
Oh my God.
This, what a putt. And that was for the outright lead for Mihyanglee at the penultimate hole. 10 under is the target. Look at this. At this point, it looked like it could have fallen the other way and stayed up on that slope, but indeed...
That's one of the best reads I've ever seen. I can honestly say that is so unlucky not to go in. That is stunning. Aditiashok, hopefully her last shot into the 18th. Might well have a putt, you would assume. Just up the right-hand side. Oh, this could be good. Go on, down you go. That's interesting, Ali. That's exactly what you said. Had that slope to go across.
She's hung on.
Yeah, she's managed the trials, many which she's had to face very well down the last Takeda.
She has faced several putts of that length throughout the course of this round.
With a putter, she's only going to finish 2 shots out.
Round of 72 today without any preparation coming into this week. She landed Wednesday night. Had a couple of visa issues on the way. It's not the golf course that you want to see blind in round 1, but she's done brilliantly given the challenges that were thrown away this week.
Yeah, it's a very fair point, actually. She's probably chuffed to bits.
Not the final round the defending champion was hoping for, but this would be a lovely way to finish for Riotakeda. Oh, very good. She stumbled down 16 and 17, dropping 3 shots, but a lovely birdie on 18. A round of 73, Ali, for Rio, 7 under a sterling defence of the championship she won 12 months ago.
And gave it a run today, you know, in it until the final 45 minutes. For her final round here, alimkim. For a par and a 73.
A steely competitor. She's thrilling to watch. That 73, it was a good Friday. That 67. 7 under in a tie for 5th place. It's another good outing for alimkim, who's always knocking on the door.
This is not as straightforward as you could be led to believe. But if she does play it right, I mean, the contours of the green are certainly going to work in her favor.
Big opportunity right now for Lee. Wedge in. That is incredible. That for the championship. What a time to strike from Mihyanglee.
Gave it a really good run.
The story of her day. That putter has been ice cold. The irons weren't. Nonetheless, a final round of 74. And it'll be a top 5 finish for hyejinchoi hereafter, once more being in contention.
At 7 under in a tie for 5th place. Well played.
And a great showing on home soil. Something we never take for granted. But this is it. For the victory. And it is Mihyanglee who takes the battle at Blue Bay. Her 3rd victory on the LPGA comes here today at John Lake in some fashion. After the 3rd shot of Mihyanglee down that final hole, just when we thought we had seen it all today.